What's good, everybody? This is Ray Daniels, aka the Culture Referee, and I'm here to talk to you about Two Lost Distribution. They are one of the most technologically advanced distributors in music. They distribute to more stores than any of the distributors around. They distribute, they give you 100% of your royalties. They only charge you $3 a month, and you have an instant option to get an advance from these guys. So if you're watching this and you want to be in the music business and you're trying to figure out how to get help, I'm here to tell you, go to twolost.com and use the word GODS as your coupon code, and you get the first 3 months free.
Peace and love is Rick the Negotiator.
No, fuck with y'all. I'm sorry. I do that. I always thought I would do that. I was fun. Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead.
Right?
I'm not saying that until Culture Report.
Let's go. Let's go.
3, 2.
Peace and love is Rick the Negotiator.
And this is Ray Daniels, aka the Culture Referee, and welcome to Artist Spotlight presented by The God Show. Let's go. Shout out to our main sponsor, Two Lost. Artist Spotlight will be presented by our partners, Two Lost Distribution. But we have a very special guest. I want to describe you right.
Okay.
I feel like hip hop, maybe man hip hop, a lot of females all has this bat signal for this female MC to come save the day and change the way we see the world the way Lauryn Hill did. On the day that Apple Music announced Lauryn Hill has the #1 album of all time, I think it's fitting to just announce our guest, who I believe is on the trajectory to go that far because she's that dope. Let's give it up for Rapsody, guys. And for the record, no H.
No H.
Listen, we got to figure out a way to go to Webster's Dictionary. We got to get the word legally changed. How I don't spell outcast with a C. I don't spell convict with a C. And I don't want to spell Rhapsody with an H. Hip hop is now taking over. So welcome to Artist Spotlight, Rhapsody.
I'm so happy to be here. What an intro. That's a big intro. Thank you.
No, it's funny because when Big D and I was speaking about you, I was like, she's what everyone wants. She's what everyone is complaining about. She's what everyone is saying we need. And I'm like, nigga, yes, you want to do a whole week with her? I'm like, because as a man that's tired of twerking.
Yeah.
As a man, I'm not. You don't have. This is my. As a man.
Yeah. Receive.
I'm tired of it.
A lot of people.
No, it can't. No, you can't say that's pause. That's not pause. Can I tell you why that's not pause? I like it, but I don't want to pull up to my daughter's school and see it.
Yeah,
it's a time and place, and it's everywhere now.
Yeah,
So
everybody kind of doing it.
Yeah.
It's just oversaturated.
It's kind of like the new hype man for female rap. It's like instead of having a flip star upstairs on stage hyping you up, they just turn around and start twerking. And it's like, my nigga. So, that's my opinion. You're not turning women against women because Rhapsody loves all
women.
It's an
observation.
But how you doing?
I'm good. I'm so good.
And your new album is. And by the way, this is my first time ever saying this on the show. You can ask anybody. I've never told them their new music was hard.
No, you ain't never said that.
Like I actually listened, and I was like, she is hard.
Thank you.
I want to ask you this: What do you feel? How can I put this? I want to get it the right way because I don't want to place you against the field, but I want to ask you, where do you feel like you fit in today's female hip hop economy? Not female, because you giving niggas a run for their money. We ain't doing that. But where do you feel like you fit in today's economy with rap and everything else? Like, how would you describe yourself?
I feel like I'm an outlier. I'm an anomaly, honestly.
That's a strong word.
On a mainstream level, if we're talking about the business of hip hop and what's promoted and what's pushed, I'm left of everything that is. I describe myself as the difference. The person that gives you permission to say that I can be myself, right? Because it is just one image, somewhat one narrative, and people used to tell me all the time. I read tweets. They be like, "Yo, she'll never make it because she not naked, and she'll never make it because she don't talk about sex." And it's just like, no, you can.
No, I agree, but you have to be talented.
You have to be talented,
and that's what they don't. That's the part that they don't acknowledge. Like, music has been made to be so easy that it feels like you don't need talent to do it.
Right.
And you really do.
10% talent and everything else. Who
Yep.
you dating, like, you know, your PR, how much money behind you.
I heard all that on the album, by the way. That's why I liked it, because you addressed the elephants in the room.
Yeah.
And to me, that's what I think. That's what Eminem did on 8 Mile, and I think that that's what great artists do. They tell you, like, I just saw an interview with Stacey Barth said, when Biggie said the line, fat, black, ugly as ever, it changed her whole life. Because she was like 8 years old, and she was a heavyset girl. She was like, well, if he can be black, fat, and own it, I can too.
Wow.
So people don't understand that you guys are superheroes. Now rappers are capitalists. Like, it don't even matter. It don't matter how much damage you do as long as you got paid. And for me, it's like there's a residue that we're seeing in our culture, and to me, it's being led by the irresponsibilities of hip hop. And maybe it's at the top. By the way, shout out to Shari and Omar, because we have two black people who run Rock Nation, and I seen them firsthand give their artists the wings to fly. Not telling them where to fly like some labels, but the wings to fly.
Yes, you know, spread your wings and we'll be the wind beneath it. Like, they really care about the culture, about the art, about the artist's story, about their authenticity, integrity. They've been like so supportive. Even at Rock, I've never been rushed for a project. I've never been asked to change anything. People give their input. You know, we have great conversations, and sometimes I learn things that make me better and make me look and approach things better. But I love that they really about artist development, and they really care about the culture and the art and the music. It's not about a bottom line. It's about really longevity and creating superstars and connecting with people. So they've been amazing, and I think it cuts through. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and you can feel it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're treated very important, and I believe if you was on another label, they might not understand the importance.
Look at me.
The importance. I think they'll get it.
Maybe, I don't know. They be
But
like,
the
she don't bring
importance
enough
of
money
you.
in.
But this was saying like in them meetings. So I've sat in those meetings. They know who's the money makers, but they also know who are the game changers.
Gotcha.
They also know. So they know what they're doing. They just don't know anyone like you, in my opinion. So because of that, I feel like they look at it like, well, who is it for? And I'm like, well, it's for anybody who like Chastity, who works with me. Chastity has your picture on the couch. Like, I didn't even know she loves you. Like, she's like, no, she's my friend in my head. I'm like, damn, like you really have an effect on a certain black woman, and I think that we should stop allowing that to be overlooked. But I want to ask you a question. You're a real MC, and you have an album that came out called Please Don't Cry. Let's clap for our album. By the way, it's really, really good, and I said it, and I'm a critic out the ass. It's really good.
Thank you.
But
that means a lot.
Because you have Erykah Badu on the album, and
Yeah,
Erykah
that's
Badu
my
has a
girl.
famous saying, I'm an artist, I'm sensitive about my shit. So I know you're an artist, and you sensitive about your shit. How do you, like, what is your thoughts on making artists, like, chasing the algorithm, like, kind of letting the world tell them this pace? Like, I feel like the one thing I like about you is I feel like you're like, I'm gonna pick my spots, I'm gonna do it my way. I don't care what the world is doing, I don't care who's dropping, I don't care who's at war. I'm gonna come pick my spots. Like, where'd you get that thought process? Like, how'd you get that confidence? Was it Knife?
He definitely was a big factor. He and Guru.
Yeah.
Like,
Shout out to Guru.
it's I always knew who I was and how I wanted to show up in this business, right? But to say it hasn't been frustrating and hard, I would be lying, right? That's the human part. But they were always there to pour into me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you one of the dopest ever. You know, this, you know, whatever it is. But they were, no matter what it is I was frustrated about, they were always there to remind me, like, it's a long path, and you're making progress. Just keep going. People will catch up with you eventually. So that's what it is, because, you know, we talk about just having always peace of mind. You know, you can have all these things, but the real currency is, can I look myself in the mirror? Am I happy with myself? Am I happy with what I'm giving with the world? Is it honest? Can I sleep at night? You know, do I feel good about the stories that I'm telling? And so, you know, I wanted to keep that part of me. You know, and I love the culture and the music too much. Like, everything else is the blessing, but I do it because I love it and we want to have a connection with people, because I remember how I felt when I heard Lauryn Hill. I remember how I felt when I heard Biggie. I remember how
Was there
I
anything
felt,
specific
like,
that you could point to that you heard that stuck with you?
with Lauren.
Lauren, Big, and I just want to hear from your perspective, like, because women are deep.
Yeah.
Men, we shallow as fuck. Like, we don't we don't be hearing the shit. Like, we don't be hearing like the lines of shit. Like, what?
Like, okay, one Lauren bar that has stuck with me like my whole life. Like, I've just sat with it. Was it Ready or Not? Or How Many Mics? Can't remember. But she was like, at the end of the bar, she said, and even after all my logic and my theories, I add a motherfucker so you ignorant niggas hear me. Like, that bar was so heavy to me.
I love that.
And it, you know, it's no different then to what it is now. Like, you know, you still have to put the pill in the applesauce.
Yeah.
Like, I could give you all this knowledge,
Yep.
but I know the program that y'all in and
Yep.
who really controls
How y'all-
your
how
mind.
y'all think. Yep.
Exactly how you think. So I'm gonna add this motherfucker just to catch your attention. So maybe you'll grab on to the rest. Like, that was so deep, right?
She's so ill.
She's so ill. She just performed on Fallon with her son YG Marley, who's amazing. But she spit this new verse. I'm just like, it just blew my mind. Like, and it just, it's a good mile marker for me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she has been gone for so long, and I look to her and Erica a lot. But just hearing that verse, it just reminded me, like, stay on the course. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you something if you want to speak about it. I just want to focus on, for a hot second, your frustrations. And the reason why I want to focus on that is because it's two reasons. Number one, sometimes when you talk about it out loud, it be like, it really ain't, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to say it. And then there are people watching this that are looking at you like you're on and like you have it together. And especially the artists. And the reason I wanted to do Artist Spotlight is because I feel like artists watch this and I just want them to understand, like, this shit ain't gonna always be, it ain't a ride. It's frustrations.
No, yeah.
Yes, could you elaborate on some frustration that you might have experienced just in the journey? It don't have to be specific, but just like something that you might experience that someone might run into.
I mean, you have to be super patient in this. The politics of it, you know, it's a really like who you know type of game sometimes. You could be talented as you want. There are a lot of talented people, but sometimes the difference in who you know, who's going to give you that look, and, you know, like, where you work so hard and you dedicate so much time and you feel like people just overlook it. It can be frustrating. Trying to get respect as a woman, you know, a woman, again, who's different than what everything else is portrayed as.
Exactly.
You know, I've learned a lot, too, about the business side of things. I can't put it all on the industry, right? Like, you know, you're going to have financial frustrations. You know, I need this great publicist, but they're $6,000 a month, like, you know, or
talk about it, because
like,
we are stuck with those decisions every day, and people just think because you sign, they don't understand you signed, but you still got to pick your spots. Like,
you have to pick your
there might not be time for that yet.
No.
We might need to do this because we got to get you here. That's why I'm glad you focused on it, because the only choice that we all have, everybody in this room, you only have one choice: stay in it.
Exactly.
That's our only choice. It's like, you could be mad about it, you can hate it. I hate it sometimes, but you can't. You got to stay in it.
You have to stay in it.
Because if you don't stay in it, somebody's gonna pass you, and being in it is how you. It's like, dog. How many people going to McDonald's working their job that they hate that they got to stay in?
Exactly.
See what I'm trying to say? So it's gonna be some shit with anything you encounter.
Which one is worth it?
Which
you?
one is the one
saying?
that you are willing to go through the shit for?
And I tell people, like, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure.
do you want it? How bad do you want it at the end of the day? And two, like, not even my frustration, but, you know, I counsel like a lot of the younger ones, and they might get a deal and they think like life is about to change. Everything is a process. You know, you have to be patient, and you have to be open to different perspectives, because everybody doesn't see things like you see them.
Got you.
You know, like, but it, you know, it's just all those things.
I agree. I want to ask you a question. Do you? Because I know you're a lyricist. I know you write all your bars.
Yeah.
I know you write everything. Because I work with writers and producers and creatives, I understand that there's an intent every time you put pen to paper.
Yeah.
Every time you go in a booth, it's an intent. What are you things that you want to happen when you're in the booth? Because my last question is, and this is an Artist Spotlight question, so I have to ask you this: do you care about making a hit? Is that like something that you're thinking about, or you just like, I'm gonna do me, and if the hit finds me, and if I'm like, I'm just asking because we can hear when the artist went in the studio and said, I'm gonna make a commercial record. Like when Jeezy goes in and does the Neo record, she said, we know that wasn't, we know Snowman wouldn't, do, but we understand what he was doing, so we let it pass. So just curious, like, what's your thoughts on making hits and attacking them? Like, how do you feel about that?
From I can only speak for me.
Yep.
For me in particular, it's all about making a great song for me.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a hit, then it's a hit. But I don't go in with that intention. It's all about, I have something I want to say, and what's going to be the best, sonic,
the easiest way to say
bed
it
for it, right? And you can have different ideas, like even with this project, because I tried so many new things. Raw, for example, with Lil Wayne on the record. There's 2 versions of that song, right? The original version that he wrote to has a different sonic bed, and it's brighter. It has a bigger hook on it. Like it could be something that could be a little bit more commercial.
exactly
But then we did another version,
for the spitters.
and it's more of like having a cultural moment.
Mm.
So me and my manager were going back and forth because I loved both versions. She was like, well, what you gonna do? So, it was like, do you want to have the cultural moment, or do you want to try to have like a hit? And there was no
What'd
real
you pick?
wrong answer. I was stuck in the middle. Some days I would be like cultural moment. Some days I would be like,
Culture. Always pick culture over the hit.
Yeah.
Always pick culture over the hit because the cultural moments keep you engraved into people.
Mm-hmm.
The hit, like there are people who have hits that people don't even recognize.
Right.
Bianca know I'm talking about. Like it's some motherfuckers that got a hit that you like, I sing that. You sing that? You know what I'm saying? But then it's those cultural moments like that we remember that what you did. That's why I'm like, I will always go for. I don't even think that you should make hits.
Yeah. It wasn't even like, but the thing about it wasn't like I went in as a hit. I just liked the song.
That's what I'm saying. But like, because I don't think Miss says you don't. Okay, I'm about to say some shit. Hold on, like I got to take the room. I had to survey the room real quick. I don't know if the miseducation of Lauryn Hill had any songs that felt like direct hits except for the remake. I love you, baby.
Oh,
that was to me. It was like I don't think you hear a song Zion about a son and you think that's gonna be a hit.
Yeah, no.
But it was. That's what I mean by I don't think Lauryn Hill was trying to make hits. I think she just poured her heart out on records and it registered. That's what I mean by I don't think you should make hits. But I do think you should add melody.
Okay.
That's what if like on something from an A&R standpoint, my only thing would be like because it goes back to what you said about the pill in the applesauce.
Got you.
It's kind of like I hate to reference this, but that's why Kendrick is so incredible.
He understands
because
melody.
he understands melody.
Yeah.
So even when he goes at, even if he does a diss record against Drake, he still goes yo thump bum 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 bum. And what he also did in Euphoria, if you pay attention, because it was 6 minutes of bars. Every minute and a half, he gave you like a melodic. He'll stop and be like, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you. I hate the way that you boom, the boom, the boom, boom. Yeah. But that's the melody I'm speaking about. So even if you don't follow the bars, you can follow that melody. Yeah. So that's what I tell any spitter. Like, just find a way to just add a little melody every fourth bar on the songs that count. Or there's only 2 options for a spitter to make a hit. They either have to find melody, or they have to slow it down. Like Hove, like when he was rapping, but when he goes from standing on the corners copping, dropping some of the hottest verse New York has ever seen, that ability to follow made it very easy for the audience. So I was a Jay-Z fan before that, but if you my mom or you somebody that don't like Jay-Z or don't care about him, you hear him rapping, you can easily, melody again. It's a hard knock life.
That was his turning point.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was.
Yes.
That was part of like me learning the art of rhyme, and especially like, because before I was on some Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
Like, I need the craziest.
Yeah.
And Ninth was like, yo, you have to learn how to be simple and complex at the same time, right? And the way you do that is you call it melody, we call it cadence.
Yes.
But melody's a little bit more melodic, of course, but it was still like he references like rap, like when you learn your ABCs, when somebody tells you your phone number, it all has a cadence or a melody. You don't just sporadically go, my number is 919.
Yeah, you kind of say it like you rapping it. Yeah.
Like your ABCs and the ABCD. You just don't go well off. So you have to approach music making the same way for that same reason.
Exactly.
You know, because you want people to be able to follow and memorize
Exactly.
it. So, absolutely, that's
and this is a fact. I read this in a book. People remember what they hear 10 times more than they remember what they see.
Yep.
So you can hear something like, you could play a rock bass song that I heard when I was a kid, but I can remember it, and I ain't heard it in 20 something plus years. But because like you said, that cadence is drilled into the song's
and
DNA.
Sometimes people won't even remember the words, but they'll remember the cadence.
Yes.
I was with young DC Fly last night. We was on a joint, and he could not remember the name of this song. He couldn't remember the word. He was like, it go like, skid it. Like, we like, what are you talking about? Right? And we played a song, and it's the cadence he did, but instead of skillet, he's saying drift.
Yes.
Right? Or killer. And I'm just like, oh, got you. But that's why cadence, melody, / is so important.
And by the way, it also gives just some advice, like, because this is Artist Spotlight. It also gives the audience a chance, not the audience, not the fans.
Right.
Fans follow.
Yeah.
The audience hear. So it gives the audience something to remember and leave with, where they sing it in their head, like, what the fuck? Why is it stuck in my head? They can't help it. That's why I'm like, if it's melody for lyricists. If you could just like, even Talib Kweli, just to get by. And then he said, this morning I woke up feeling, that's his biggest song. Look at every rapper, every lyrical rapper, biggest song, whether if it's Mos Def, I know I can't afford this.
It has
It's melody in the DNA of the song, because the average fan might not care about the complicated rap style, but we like you. So you give me a hook, I'll sing the hook. You rap the verses. Now we all with you. So you know what I'm trying to say. But if the hook is lyrical as fuck too, like, and it's like, bro,
I cannot. I cannot.
I just wave at you when you do it. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's what I would say. I would just say that would be my only thing. Like, not for you, but just for any rapper in general.
Yeah.
Because as much as we don't like, some people might say they tired of what Sexy Red does. You can't get it sexy.
Yeah, that's
you
my
can't
joint,
get that out
you
your
know
head. You
that, right?
can't get. As I'm saying, you can't get that line out your head though. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. You can't. It's like, bro. And by the way she did it, it wasn't saying get it her name. Every girl thinks she's sexy when they dance it. So now I can say get it sexy to any girl and it works.
Yeah.
That's why it works. So when I'm working with artists, I'm always like, I always say when I'm working with artists in the studio, I'm like, okay, what part of this song is for the fans? Mm-hmm. Like, what part of the song is when you go, and they go, I'm ready. Like, what part of the song do we put the mic out and they recite it word for word? And if it's like you're the director of your own song, so you just got to think to yourself, like, the intro, the this. I make records for. I hate talking about it because I do it so much. Mm-hmm. So I'm tired of myself talking. I'd rather talk to you because it's so many. Once you understand the nuances in a hit, it's so easy. It's mathematics. Mm-hmm. It's melody. That's it. It's mathematics and melody. And if you can remember the melody part and the mathematics, and you make sure that it comes every time. You just met my daughter. When she was 4 years old, I used to play Boosie, Wipe Me Down. Right? Don't judge. Cause I'm hyping my little, like Rapsody, I'm hyping her up, like, wipe me down. Like, I'm just doing, that's what I'm really doing, hyping her up. Like, you so clean, wipe me down. But what I realized playing Wipe Me Down for a 4-year-old was how important mathematics is. Mm-hmm. So the song goes, I pull up in the club, VIP, gas tank on, Eva, all drinks on me. Wipe me down. Gas thing, boom, boom, don't the seat, everything, wipe me down. Yeah. So she was singing that, she was 4. I was like, well, you can't dodge a hit. If it's in the DNA of the sound, you can't lose with it because I'm going to remember it.
Right.
So that's what I was saying. Mm-hmm. So are there any, I want to ask you because I put you on the spot. Are there any dream collabs? Are there anybody out there that you feel like, hey, if you're listening, call my people. I want to do something with you.
That's a lot of people.
I want to hear them.
I love working with artists. Lauryn Hill's forever at the top of my list. But Solange as well. Gucci Man is on my list.
What?
Yeah, what you talking about? I like
Gucci and Rapsody. That sounds kind of interesting.
What you mean?
that would be, but it got to be a fun song though. It got to be so much fun.
Yeah, but Gucci could probably not.
No, but what I mean by so much fun is like, I feel like you want to do a record with Gucci. It to me is like, okay, how do you see you and Gucci interacting on the song? Because he's fun. Like, he's always like, you know what I'm saying? He don't take himself serious. That's why I was like, I would love to hear y'all on the song. Yeah. You should do an album. Never mind, go ahead, finish. I want to get.
What was you about to? I should do a what?
Finish name. I'm gonna give you some ideas, but finish name. I want to give you some ideas.
Yo, you a funny guy. Andre 3000 is on my list. John Mayer is on my list. Pharrell. I mean, you know, that's enough right now.
Pharrell can happen. I would love to see you on Pharrell. Y'all would make some "we gonna be all right" type shit. Like, what? Y'all gotta get in the studio. At Big T, we gotta make out Bianca. What we doing? We gotta get in with Pharrell like ASAP.
Right. Right.
I know somebody. I can get you. I can get to Pharrell. I connect you with my guy. KP works with Pharrell. I can just put that together.
I mean, that's all I'm thinking of right off the top of my head.
I would want to see you do a record with Missy.
I was about to say Missy next. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I want her to remix Black Pop Star with me.
By the way, I told Shari and Omar, I heard the album and I heard Black Pop Star, and I was like, shout out to Dixon, y'all killed it.
Thank you.
And to me, what I liked about it was like taking ownership of where we are today, and like just really on some like, nah, nigga. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's what I loved about that shit. I think Missy would be perfect for that shit. I like to see you work with Missy.
Yeah.
I feel like you'll do something dope to me with Chris Brown. Like, I feel like
that would be fire.
Because I feel like you have this ill voice, this ill approach. And to me, I would just want to add the people that's going to just bring that other melody that you probably wouldn't do on the song. It's a rap.
Come on, what's up? A&R me up.
We're going to set that up.
Yeah.
Any producers you want to work with?
I was talking to Cardo yesterday. So he know. I mean, Pharrell on a producer tip. Trying to think of the new... Metro would be fire.
What?
Metro would be fire, for sure. Me and Mustard did something. It's just not out. I want to do more with Mustard.
Love Mustard.
I want to do more with Hit Boy, of course. I work with so many people. Q-Tip would be dope.
Q-Tip be hard.
That stuff. Who am I missing?
You should do a series of albums. That's what you should do.
Did Sherry tell you I hit her and I wanted to do...
I swear to God. But can I tell you something?
I wanted to do 3 albums in 1 year because for that reason, like, I got this emotional one. I'm from North Carolina, the sticks.
Yes.
Like, I want to give them the fun, energetic me, and I'm just, she like, not 1 year though.
No, okay, so here's why I say that. So if you pay attention to like what the artists who don't get oversaturated but saturate the market do, they find unique ways of giving you music that has nothing to do with the original way they did it, right? So like say you, so to me it's like, I feel like you should do 3 albums, right? I think you should do 1 with classics, like an album with you and Q-Tip, you and Busta, you and Pharrell, you and Missy, like just a classic album, like what would Rapsody with 8 songs with 8 legends sound like, right? Then you do 1 with females, right? Just like on some rap female shit or whatever that's called. And then the 3rd one to me is the one that I would want to work on, because the 3rd one is called, to me it would be called Sophisticated Ignorance.
What?
Yes. And it would be you making records with niggas that like a Gucci. Niggas that be on that ignorant
Gucci,
street shit.
sexy.
So like you kind of bring that. So you kind of let them bring that ignorance, right? Like if I'm being honest with you, the greatest sophisticated ignorant song of all time was Like That.
What was that song?
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Like That. Future and Kendrick. Like Future's talking about fucking hoes and all that other shit, and Kendrick comes with the bars, but it works though. What I'm saying, like Future's talking about like, you know, like all his bitches and all that shit, and then here come Kendrick just giving you like that shit was so. I have not been that satisfied listening to a rap song ever.
Yeah, you get a lot of what you.
The only other song I've ever felt like that for was International Players Anthem.
Yeah.
That like it's like everything. It's like you got the gentleman verse, you got the pimp coming on, and then you got Big Boy, then you got it's like perfect, and then you got 3 6 Mafia on the production.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So for me, I feel like the mistakes artists are making is, and I don't know if this is you, but this could be you. Only you know it's you, but I feel like artists, they put themselves in a pocket.
They do.
And they say, this is the pocket that I sit in, and this is the pocket that I exist in. And in my mind, it's like, you don't have to exist there.
Yeah.
Like you can go fuck with that girl over there or that guy over there. It doesn't matter because everybody. It's not like it's one main audience. What's good, everybody? This is Ray Daniels, aka the Culture Referee. And if you were wondering who this beautiful woman sitting next to me is my sister Tiffany Daniels Sy. Let's give it up for my sister. Everybody can clap. This is good. And my sister she's the most talented person in the family, and we started a family business, a signature scent company. So if you like smoke a lot of weed in your car and you want to get the scent out, you have to check out these scents. I know guys that use it for the weed. I know people that use it for cologne, and everywhere they go to get compliments. We make candles. We make
room sprays. We got them in kits. So if you want to buy something for your loved one or anybody that you care about, hit us up, LorraineCo.com.
and we're gonna put the website at the bottom of it. But support this black business, support this black woman, and order. I promise you guys. As a matter of fact, use the word gods, and we'll give you 15% off. I just made that up, so if my sister's face looks crazy, don't get mad at her. I'll eat that. But guys, when I tell you this shit is incredible, you really should check this out.
The best scents ever.
LorraineCo.com, and we'll put it at the bottom of the screen. Thank you.
Thanks.
It's
Right.
pockets of audience now. So you really just trying to take their pocket. They might take your pocket, but you guys are like bringing each other's audience to the table, and they discovering you and you discovering them, and that's how you got to break now. I'm like, collaboration is the key to breaking now. Like, I ain't gonna go there, but I'll say this. Like, to me, Kevin Hart was kind of falling off, and then when he did that Tom Brady
The roast.
event, it was kind of like he was like fire, like.
Got his mojo back.
But it was a collaboration. It was like, I'm gonna do something for Tom Brady, and it worked. To me, for artists like yourself, for artists that want to work, period, it got to be collaboration. So I would put a list because you got to look at how it's working. Like, they have their social media, their Spotify is their social media, and everything is just separate. So how can you pop up on Kendrick's page unless it's you and him releasing it together?
Yeah, I just learned about that. I don't care about those things till it's time to care about those.
For sure.
Yeah, when I'm creating, it's just really about the art and the story you want to tell. But I understand, like, if you have certain, things to check off on your list that may be more intentional for you to do, But I mean, what you're saying is super true. Like, but from my perspective, how I look at it is I learn the most by working with different people.
Exactly.
But yeah.
No,
Where you spot on though.
Well, because for me, that was my idea. Obviously, it's not me, but I like the emotional.
Yeah.
I like the sticks.
Yeah.
Because, right, we just have to find a way to do it for cheap, and be able to send it to who it's for.
Sure, yeah.
As long as but the albums are hit different marks.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what people don't understand. Like, you got to hit
Right.
them.
Yep.
They gave them a 5-piece.
Yeah.
Gave them, and I'm like, it might not be a whole album. It might just be
A 2-pack.
Yeah. 5 songs for South Carolina. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my love letter, South Carolina. It might not go no bigger than the Carolinas, but that's what we need. We don't care about that because you can go do shows and they're going to love you for that. So to me, it's like.
That's what Kendrick did.
Yeah.
Organically, though.
Yeah,
He worked
of course.
with everybody. So.
Yeah, you just add everything to the table. So if in the next, the dog is comfortable as fuck, right?
Very comfortable.
I want the dog's life. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want Fendi's life. I want Fendi's life.
Hi.
She's up. She's relaxing.
She's relaxing.
But-
she's not dead.
But so 18 months from now, we're gonna watch this interview in 18 months.
Okay.
What do we want to have happened in those 18 months?
Oh man.
Like some benchmarks, some points we want to reach.
You see, you may be disappointed in this
No, I don't.
this
I
answer,
want you.
Whatever. Like, I'm just like so free in this moment. Like,
Yeah.
I used to do this before, but this album, I'm just so free and unplugged. I tell people, like, I have no expectations for this album. Like, I made the art that I wanted to make, and whatever it does, I receive it.
So you're on the journey.
I'm on a journey. Like, I hope that, I put out something that connects with people first.
Yes.
That connects with people so much that people want to recognize it at a Grammys, at an NAACP Image Award, at a Soul Train Award, at a BET Award, that, I can have a successful world tour, that you can do all these things, that it opens up inspiration for people like whoever, Gucci, or want to work with me.
Yes.
Like, those are the things. But if anything, it's just like, yo, I just want to connect with people and inspire them. That's my only thing. Like, you know, other than that, like I have my own goals. Like, you know, I'm like on to the next album, and like I want to get in the film world, and
Yeah.
you know, I have a label now with a business partner, Andre Mego, and I have an artist. Like, now how can I, everything I've learned and I've, you know,
I want to hear about
you
this.
know,
That's
all these
interesting.
things. How can I pour into him? How can I, you know, make his path a little easier than mine, because I know more now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's all those things. And let me tell you, when you have an artist, it's a different mental bag.
Please elaborate. I want you to elaborate a little bit. Like, how is that? I want you to tell me. How is that to sit in Sherry's seat? How is that? I want to know.
Man, it's like me and my business partner, we joke, it's like we're mommy and daddy, okay?
Yes.
You know? But he's, for one, he's an amazing talent.
Yep.
And he's an amazing human being. His name is Nico Brim.
Okay. I know Nico Brim. That's
he's
JoJo's son.
JoJo Brim and Misa Hilton.
Yeah, Lisa
Yeah.
Hill's son. Yeah, that's I know JoJo. His dad. We used to work at Epic together.
Yeah, so that's my first artist. So it could be like, because I remember being him and being excited about everything.
Yes.
And sometimes, you know, in the past, he's doing a lot better now. I have to tell him, like, yo, I know you're excited, but be patient.
Yeah.
Like, don't jump the gun on this.
Yeah.
Or, you know, because he's so smart and he's, you know, just.
And he's been around
indie.
it, by the way.
Yes,
He's been
he
around
has.
his whole life.
And he's been indie, so he's been doing things by himself for a long time, and then we come in and want to help. And early on, it would be like, you know, he's used to moving by himself and doing things, and, you know, it'd be like, yo, let's slow down for a minute. Like, let's all have communication. Let's all be on the same page, and let me know, like, talk to me about your ideas so I can see where I can help set up things,
Yeah.
you know. And for me, teaching him, like, yo, we have to, when you release projects, let's look like 12 months down the road and really set it up, you know, and not
Yeah.
be so in a rush. Like, I made this thing, I'm ready for people to hear it, let's put it out. Like, you know, and I'm teaching him about PR and how, you know, how beneficial that is, you know, and marketing and rolling it out and how you tell the story and have a connection with your fans. Like, so it's, you know, it's just a process. And financially,
Yeah.
you know, you got to pour in,
Yeah.
and, you know, about budgets and what makes sense to spend money on and what doesn't
Yes.
make sense to spend
So
money
now you
on.
understand the
Yeah.
publicist, what they did. You understand that's not needed right now.
He's
It's
so
like,
creative. He like, yo, I want to shoot a video for this on this on. I was like, let's shoot a video for this on this song. Let's put this money and get another month
Yeah.
for PR. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's exciting. Like,
That's
to see
really
him
dope.
exciting to learn.
But no, but that's dope
Yeah.
because if more labels were ran like that, we would have smarter and better artists.
Yeah.
But they let the artist act like a child. And the
Right.
artists come, I want to go to the moon. We're going to get you to the moon. And then they leave the room and they be like, how the fuck? He wants to go to the moon. Does anybody have a contact at the moon? Like, anybody can get him there? It's like, nigga, why you ain't tell him that? Because sometimes you got to sit him down and say, why you want to go to the moon? Like, why are you aiming for that? Because when you work with artists, it's all about, like, you guys are the most gentle, sensitive human beings on earth. And it's like grown children. Not being funny, but it's
No,
kind of,
it
it's grown
is.
children because, I mean, be honest with you, that's what makes artists great because they're still dreaming.
Yeah, that's, you know, I used to do it to Knife.
Yeah.
Like, I would always start big. Like, I want to work with this person. I want
Yeah.
to do this. I want this. And
Yeah.
that's just what it was. So it's a crazy balance.
How is it working with Knife and Guru? Like, how is that? Like, those dudes are like, what's Samuel Jackson's character name on Avengers?
Nick Fury.
Those niggas is like,
They're all seeing. They
they're
see
like-
everything.
They're like
they're
Nick,
around.
They're like
Yoda.
Nick Fury of both of them. But like Nick, like one is teaching the class. They both teaching classes. Like you gotta understand. They're both pretty much black music professors.
Yes.
And you're
Yeah.
in business. How is that creative process? How does that work? Knife Wonder seems very like subdued, very calm when he speaks. When I seen Guru speak, I see him. He seems to like be like kind of turned up. So
He's
I'm like, how is it
passionate,
that? How
yeah.
is that?
It's exciting, man. It's two big brothers. They both have really big personalities. And they're so intelligent, so they have big eye, like they have
probably
ideas
teach you
too,
everything.
right?
Yep.
And I can remember like in some mixing sessions, like it might be something about the song, and they'll get into a back and forth like of their perspective on it.
yeah.
And it's my song, and I'll be waiting and like I want to share my idea, but it's just so much energy, so I just sit back and just let them do their thing. Right? It's so funny, but you know they're both very very humble.
Yes.
So it's a dope balance, man. They just very passionate.
Yes.
But they're very intelligent. You know, they prepare me so well. They they've never.
What's the best
hit
advice
anything.
Guru gave you? What's the best advice Ninth gave you?
Oh, still to this day, the very best advice Guru has given me was the very first time I met him in person.
Yep.
2010, I
Yep.
think it was, maybe 2009. Before I put out any music, he sat down and he looked me in the face and he was like, "Today, I want you to define the line that you will not cross."
What does that mean?
That means that, like, you have to sit and think who you are, how you want to show up, like, what you're not willing to compromise in this business.
Define the lines you won't
define
cross.
they
You know what I
lines so
say?
you don't lose yourself.
I say define the character.
That part.
See, it's like they way more educated.
He said something important.
They make it sound so big.
You say this is the freest you've ever been
Yeah.
as an artist. How did you get to that point?
I had to really unplug, from the matrix. That's what I call it. Like you come into this business very innocent because you're just a kid watching videos and you're like, I want to do that. All I got to do is make great music. Somebody's going to sign me and you get in the business and it's like the odds. Like you really see how things work and it's not how you ever thought it was. And then you go through it and, then you start worrying about like streaming, like in today's time, streaming numbers, followers, billboards, like all these things, like what defines success, Grammys. I'm not validated if I don't have these things. And, in my healing, I had to unplug and be you have to validate yourself. All of those other things are blessing, but you have to define what success is for you and to see like the facade of it all.
I was about to say, focus on what you can control.
Yes.
Because a lot of that shit is out of your control. It's time
and it's not all real all the time. Like it's false and it's illusion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you might have 20 million followers, but it's because they're entertained. It's not because they're invested in you. You know what I'm saying?
That's a jewel right there.
God damn. And again, you might be entertained, but they're not invested
in you. It's you got all these followers and you put out music and it sells very poorly.
Yeah. Well,
like,
I think the problem is, here's what I think the conundrum is with the world. The talented artists, the real talented artists like yourself, I'm just speaking out because I'm in it. This ain't you, Bianca. I'm looking like get her. I'm just no, but the real talented artists, they don't usually do the outside work. They're introverted. They know themselves. They're emotionally vulnerable. They actually know how the toll of an interaction with another human is. Like, I'm gonna have to give that person 13% of my energy right now, and I'll have 87. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they understand it. Those are those artists. And then there are these artists that understand social media.
Marketing.
The artists that understand social media need to be focusing on making better music.
Right.
And the artists that understand making better music need to focus on social
Branding
media.
and marketing, yeah.
That's really the hard part, right? That's the hard part. So it's like, I'm not that. It's like, no. You have to be that. And if we pay attention, we know what's more important. It's fucked up. But marketing is.
It's marketing.
Because the bullshit is winning over the good shit because the bullshit is being pushed, marketed, content made around it, all types of wild shit that makes it work. So to me, it's like, you just have to decide that part. What was Guru's advice?
That was Guru's advice.
Oh, so he said, what lines don't we want to cross?
Yeah, like
that nigga
define
Guru.
that. Ninth was, he said, we're not going to focus on, he's like, it's like a pot. And you don't want to be the person there. Everybody's in the same pot trying to go after the same 20, 30, 40, 50 million people. You're all rustling for their attention. He was like, focus on your people. And it may only be 200,000 people, but you'll have them for the rest of your life. And that will sustain you. You will eat off that for the rest of your life instead of chasing these same 50 million people.
You're building.
Yeah, and that was the best advice. And that's how we kind of approach this marketing for this album. Like, it was like, let's just focus on the super fan. Yeah. And build from
Let's
there.
not try to go into other places. I agree.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the problem is that so this is what I would tell you. Your career is the journey. Your career is the journey. Most people think their career is spots you stop at. No, your career is the journey. While on the journey, you have to explore. It's like you're on the yellow brick road looking for the Wizard of Oz, right? And you're gonna run into characters that you'll be like, I would never run into a character like you if I wasn't on this yellow brick road. But since we're here, how can I see myself? Because the reality, like I said, you have to. It's an inch by inch game now. But every day you have to gain an inch, and you have to figure out. Like, you might run into somebody that's not in your world.
Right.
But it's like, what can we do? Like,
Right.
what can we do? Like, maybe we just have a conversation.
Yep.
It,
It could
like,
be as simple as that.
Yeah, like I would
Yep.
pay to have a conversation with you and 2 other successful female MCs. I would actually pay to see that, because that's, to me, is like give me let me into the thought process. Let me understand it better, because I'm not a female, so I don't get that. So let me understand it better. I don't want to see no men talk, because I understand the male mind, because I'm a male, but I would love to see you talking to another famous female rapper about, and I know you don't like that, because I know you are MC.
No,
I saw you in the Breakfast Club.
it's-
I saw
for
you
me-
in the Breakfast Club. He was like, I'm a rapper. I'm like, no, but I'm just, but I'm,
it's a context. Sorry, it's a context thing for me. Right?
Yes.
It's not that I all the way hate. I understand when it's used as a light, like, because we are underrepresented. Not so much now. Like, we have an amazing season, but when it's used to like separate you, like, oh, they just female rappers.
yes.
I don't rock with that.
That's no, I get that. But
I understand what you're saying.
I like that, by the way.
It's light.
Yes.
What you're saying.
But for me, I would tell you, don't run from what it is. Like, as big as Drake is, he says nigga, he's black, but there's a Jewish side to him, and that embraced the fuck out of him. Right? He could have easily said, I'm black, but and what I mean by that is, like, your superpower is your superpower. And I always tell artists, don't run from it, even if you want to say, I don't want to be it. Stay with it, though. Like, I'm more than this. I know you see a woman, but nigga, I want to battle a nigga right now.
That part.
Well, bring your best nigga. Let me, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I get that part.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
yeah.
But just the insight to the thought process, the insight, because, like, men owe women, male hip hop owes women an apology. Because for the first 40 years of hip hop, we treated women like an accessory, not like a partner. And now women are taking over, and I think a lot of men are kind of like lost in the sauce. But nigga, that was a whole audience. That was people in the audience that didn't see themselves that
Right.
now do.
Right.
And now they like, sit down, nigga.
Enjoy
You
the show.
go home if you want. I'm me and my girl. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's
Yeah.
like, so that's why I say embrace it. Like embrace it, because there are a lot of male bars, but how many females got bars? Like, embrace the superpower. I know it's hard, but it is what separates you from everybody else. It's your story. It's the difference makers that separate you from everybody else. And a lot of artists don't run to that. Like, and I worked with Akon. Akon would tell me, he would always speak about Rock City, and he would be like, they need to use their accents. And I'm like, no, but they could talk like Americans. And he'd be like,
No, they
that
need to
accent is
use
going to
their
take them
accent.
across the world.
Yep.
And if
Yep.
they don't use that, and by the way, we didn't. You know what I'm saying? When we finally did, we went across the world.
Yep.
But you
Timo and I talked about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
By the way, the reason why we're so good is because we were always on the journey, and because we could do so much, we thought we were those things, and then you realize what they saw. So when they got signed to RCA, I remember we put out this record with 2 Chainz, and RCA wasn't working it, and I got pissed. I'm like, Peter, why the fuck y'all not working this record? It's a hit. And he was like, why would we spend money for Rock City, for our city, on the urban panel? They're not an urban group. My initial reaction is, how the fuck they black?
Yeah, what you mean
How they
they're
not
not
urban?
urban? Yeah.
And then he said, black isn't urban. Urban is a sound.
Yes.
Then I was like, damn. He said, K-Camp is urban. Yo Gotti is urban. He said, and then I went to Toronto and them, and I was like, y'all not urban. And I remember I said to him, if Yo Gotti came on the radio and Shaggy came on the radio, who would we follow?
Shaggy.
And they said Shaggy. I said, that's who the fuck we are.
That part.
And at that moment, we made a hit. We made a whole lot of money. It was easy. My advice I tell every artist, the most important thing that makes Big D, Bianca, I don't give a fuck who you are, the one thing that makes everybody in the music industry job easier is when an artist knows their direction. Like, the hardest part is going into the room saying to an artist, not saying to an artist, saying to their partners, she's a rapper, she's hard, she's a spitter, she's this. It would be so easy to say, she's if Lauryn Hill and Nicki Minaj had a baby. Like, now it's like, okay, press play. And if they hear that, they like, oh, now they run with it. But I can't explain something to you if you don't understand it.
Yeah.
So as an artist, as long as you know your A&R direction, you will be successful.
I know that. B, we know that. Like,
Look at B. Be like, yeah.
I think that's the beautiful part, because I've done so much healing, and I got to reintroduce myself to me and really know, like, who are you, right? That's why this campaign has been so successful, because it's so authentic, so real. I know what I'm giving you. I
Yeah.
know who I am. I know what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And it has translated with people like I've never ever seen
Yeah.
in anything I've
That's
ever dropped.
and by the way, I seen it when you walked through the door. Like I've been doing this long enough. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, she's on her ascension.
Yeah.
I could see, cause the look, the everything. It's like, no, this is me.
Yeah.
Like, but that works. I don't care if that works. This is me, and I'm gonna do me, and either it's gonna work or it's not. But I'm not gonna chase that.
No.
No.
Yeah.
That's why I say the most important thing is knowing where you're going. You don't have to know how far it is, but you got to know the direction. Yes.
Yeah.
A&R direction. That's why I say that.
Talking.
Because it's like, you know, like you wouldn't believe how many people they've sent to us, and they was like, we don't know what to do with them. And I'm like, you signed somebody, you don't know what to do with them? Then I'm sitting in the room with the artist, and I'm like, and I'm gonna ask you a question. I wasn't going, but I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
I ask every artist on Artist Spot like this. If there's a hit record in the last 20, I'm gonna make it easier for you because 10 is hard. I used to say 10. A hit record in the last 20 years that you was like, that you heard, that you said, I'll be okay with that being my record. A hit though, not something you liked.
It's 2024, so since 2004.
4. You say since the 2000s.
I mean, you could pick any one of Kendrick joints, to be honest with you. I feel like we kind of parallel in who
Which
we are.
one? Give me one. Give me one that you heard that you like, ooh, give me that.
It's probably between We Gonna Be Alright and Humble.
When we start the next studio, when you go to studio next, I have some ideas for her.
Yeah, okay.
No, because We Gonna Be All Right, I would tell an artist, let's take that sentiment, and how would you say We Gonna Be All Right?
That part, yeah. You have to make it your own.
Now if it might be, I want to be free, or I'm gonna be, whatever it is. Mary J. Blige said, I'm doing just fine, right? Everybody has their way of saying, we're gonna get to the other side of this. So then I would say, how would you say it? Right. Then I would reverse engineer around the song, because then it's like whatever those words are, those words might be emotional. Those words might be like, nigga, get up your ass. Then it might be fun. Then you reverse engineer. So that's why I say. So I would say We Gonna Be All Right too.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If that was your record.
That's an easy question.
Oh my God. If that was your record. Can we make one?
Yeah.
I will make one with you. I swear to God. Yo, Rapsody, I rap. I swear to God.
I'm gonna be here tomorrow with T in Toronto.
We making a record tomorrow. Yeah. I'm gonna tell the producer, because I already know, because I know what made that record special. It's the
Yeah.
emotion and the beat. Oh my life, I had to fight. It's just, nigga, if God got us, then
We gonna be all right.
Oh my God, you're so amazing.
That. Thank you.
Rick, you got any questions? I'm sorry, I'm just a fan.
You
I'm just a
fanboy?
fan of yours. I'm fanning out right now because you really are.
make me feel happy.
And because I want you to win so bad, because I have a daughter. I have more than one daughter. And I want them to see that you can be that. You don't have to show your ass to be that. You can use this to be that. And nothing against the people that show their ass. I just don't want that for my kids. And
That's a big sentiment I hear. I get in my DMs a lot. I get tweeted a lot. Thank you, because you give me something to play for my daughter, or something that we can both share and have a connection over. And this is one of the biggest compliments that people give me.
it's what's needed right now.
Yes.
It's what's needed. Rick, anything? I'm like,
It's a change of pace. It's a balance. You can see.
oh, I got one more question. Go ahead.
You can see. You can, like he said, you can feel your aura when you come in, and it seems like everybody's really receiving you now. Over the last several months that I've been seeing, you've been doing your thing for several years, and it's like, yes, I'm happy, and congratulations to you for that. Because it's like you said, it's very well needed. We've been in a space where we've had a lot of female rappers that were kind of the same and on the same plane, and it's refreshing.
Yeah.
To have something very different.
Yeah, it feels like it's time. Even during this project, we talked about it, me, Bianca, my manager, like the energy feels different for me right now. And I think it's a culmination of a few things. I don't think I was ready to receive it before. I wasn't.
That's
right?
true. I see what you're saying. Yep.
You have to be ready for these things. I had to do the work. I had to heal. I had to, reframe my thinking, right?
For sure.
Unplug and really be able to receive it. But everybody has their time. I've been trying to work with Badu for a minute. And she know how much I love her. But I'm patient. Like, And when I hit her this time, she called me one day, and I told her I was saying, like, thank you for saying yes. And she said, it's time.
Yeah.
Like, she knew it before I even knew it.
Things start falling in line for you.
Yeah.
It's like you just look up and everything is, I feel like that's the moment you're in right now. That's why I'm like, because I feel like the bubble has busted on music, and now the gold rush is over. From the 2020 to now, I feel like everybody was getting rich because of streaming, making millions of dollars and getting $4 or $5 million deals. And I think that has ended now, and now it's time for real shit to come back. And at least I know the media is tired of it. So I feel like all media outlets gonna want to talk to you. Everybody, please send her, please. Because it's like it's not you don't want to support. I just don't want to perpetuate that.
Right.
I know what that does to our community because I know I'm from that community,
Right.
and I know just a couple of records out. Just the rap shit that men was saying. When men was saying, pop that pussy. I remember what that did. Now women are saying, pop your pussy. It's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Nigga, we are tripping. Grandma's out there saying it. Pop that pussy, grandbaby. Pop that pussy, grandbaby. Like, it's like, my nigga, we got some shit going on. Like,
Grandma,
y'all know kids are watching, right? Last question.
Okay.
Five, your top five MCs. You are a bars girl. You are a bars MC.
Yeah.
And I want to hear your top five.
Jay-Z, Lil Wayne.
Number one, Hov. Okay, it's not no order.
No order.
You know, you can do order.
Okay, I was saying because Jay-Z is. If anybody has Jay-Z not their top one, I can't respect him.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm being honest with you. He's not the one I can't respect it unless it's Biggie or Pac. But
Yeah, no, Jay-Z's my one.
Jay for sure.
Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, Andre 3000, and Lauryn Hill.
Now you're an MC, so I'm gonna take it a little further. I've never done this before.
Oh,
Ooh, I'm gonna do
like
something
all
to
these
you.
First, I'm
gonna do something. I want you don't have to recite it,
All right.
but I want you to tell me your personal favorite verse from them,
Each one of them.
if you can.
Um,
Jay-Z is hard.
Because he
There's
got
a lot
so
of them.
many.
There's a lot of them.
I don't have a favorite.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, we'll
favorite
wait on
Jay-Z
him.
song. How about that? Favorite whole song.
Bro, really?
Allure.
That's your all-time
Allure.
favorite?
That's yours? Is the law?
What?
Dope record.
What?
I don't have a
That's
favorite.
the end to the movie. That's the end to the movie. He says it. Still, I know how this movie ends. Still, I play the star role and
Go Vito's way. Go
Vito's
Vito's
way.
way.
That was like to me. That was to me that was the end of the Rockefeller era. That song, and then Rock Nation started the next album. To me, that was how Rockefeller ended. To me, like Allure.
It's funny. One of my favorite records is also on that album, but it's in the beginning. What more can I say? Well, so yes, yes.
I don't know how y'all. I got like Pop died, didn't cry, didn't know him that well. Between them doing heroin and me moving crack sales with that in the eggshell, standing at the tabernacle, rather the church, pretending to be hurt wouldn't work. So a smirk was always on my face, like damn, that man's face is just like my face. So Pops, I forgive you for all the shit that we've been through. It wasn't your fault, homie. You got caught into the same game that Uncle Ray lost. Let me tell you,
That nigga is so hard, bro.
Ridiculous.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, home is so hard, nigga. That nigga so hard. Yo, that
in my
nigga.
lifetime, it's the thought of a ride that make my eyes
That's
dry.
right.
Caught up. I'm trying to make all
All
my
things
dreams
materialize.
materialize. So I sort of say my goodbyes to the straight and narrow. Look,
Man, his
come
verse,
on.
how he starts
That's
off
up there for me too.
ambitious.
That song that she just said in my lifetime
Ambition.
is up there.
I'm not so inspired by what my teacher said. He said, I even being dead or a reef head.
Dead.
I'm not sure this how an adult's supposed to teach the kids. What he said, so I'm a teacher, especially all I did was talk in class, I teach his ass.
Yes.
I love that nigga, bro. Like, how do you not love that nigga as a
All right, that's my
That
summer
nigga is
joint,
so-
right. It's too many.
It's too real.
Bro.
It, so it's hard to give a whole verse.
from starting a reasonable doubt to now, what are we talking
No, it's a lot, man.
about?
It's a lot. It's
What
a
are
lot
we
of them.
talking about?
It's a lot of
Who
them.
else you say?
It's-
Wayne.
it's
Give me a
too
Wayne
crazy.
song.
Oh,
He got a lot too.
honestly, like my favorite one is Bloodline, which was on 500 Degrees.
Yeah.
Like it's not coming to me now. I had to get the first bar. I got pimping in my bloodline, and then like I don't know, but he has so many too.
Yeah, I think the only thing that Wayne is because he's Southern. His vernacular will kind of you gotta listen.
The bars are still tremendous.
It's tremendous, but you gotta listen because if you listen to him, you realize that he probably is him and Jay-Z are probably
That's
the two
one-
most versatile rappers to
One
ever
A and
live.
one B.
It's like, because
That's
they
it.
can do party, they can do
Yep.
street, they can tell stories.
Whatever.
It's pain music, whatever you like, hustler music.
Don't matter.
That is funny too.
Whatever.
That's
That
my
Wayne
record.
era?
However
Yes.
you want it, you gonna get it. They 1A and 1B.
What?
And the consistency. Wayne
What?
been doing this since he was 13 years old. He's 41. At an
28
elite
years,
level.
At an elite level.
What are we
And by the
talking
way, when
about?
he was 14, had niggas, he created lingo in the dictionary at 14. Bling,
Bling,
bling.
bling.
Come on, nigga.
Hey, he's really an
Loud
alien.
pipes, big rims, nigga. That's my life. That nigga was 14, nigga. Come on, like, bro. I don't think. Who was the other two? So Wayne,
Kendrick.
Kendrick. I think he proved that in the last month and a half that no one in the world can fuck with him. Currently, I feel like every MC in America was like, yes, like, yes, like finally, like you
I
know.
had a great time. I was enjoying the
I
show.
feel like every MC in America, but it's hard with him too, because the thing I like about him, the thing I like about all three so far to me is that they can rap, but they can make songs.
Yeah.
Because that damn album, that Love record,
Yeah.
and it's so sincere though. Like that's what makes it dope. And the loyalty,
fear.
loyalty.
Yeah, it's too many.
I'm sorry.
Well, probably one of my favorite verses though is probably one of the heart joints.
I'm
I don't know which one.
gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say something very bold.
What?
I have been thinking about this for at least 2 or 3 weeks now. Euphoria is the greatest diss song of all time.
I don't know if I could go there.
Listen to me. Hear me out. This nigga rap for 6 minutes straight, my nigga. Like, I mean, like, you gotta understand something. Like, I went back and listened to Takeover. I went and listened to Ether. Like, Nas had some whack bars in there. He was like, your big lips. Like, nigga, you got big lips. Was that Jay-Z or Jazz? Like, he wasn't really eating it. It was just, he was going at the king.
The beat was so.
And the beat was
there's so
hard.
many things
The
that go
concept
into
Ether,
it.
we didn't know what that meant.
It
was
dropped on his Jay's birthday.
It was a lot, but I'm saying,
But just straight
when
up.
you go listen
bars.
to, and I thought it was Hit 'Em Up. I thought it was Tupac Hit 'Em
Yeah,
Up.
it was so direct and
It was just like
so
that's why I fucked
direct.
your bitch, you
Yeah,
fat. Like,
yes.
it was like, damn, nigga, you hate that nigga for real. West Side, Bad Boy,
Yes.
nigga, you know it's a hard diss record because we know the ad libs.
Yes.
Chino
yes.
XL, fuck you too.
Dude, it was
Before-
violent,
before
and
Doc,
we
that
liked
was
it.
probably
What?
my best
So
one.
I thought that Hit 'Em Up was number one, but I think Euphoria is number one because I mean, dog, the way he starts.
Yo, the melody.
It's 3 songs in one, my nigga. It's 3 songs, and then it's the way he starts. He starts real beautiful when you hear it for the first time, and then all of a sudden, start making that noise. You know how hard it is to rap that hard for 6 minutes, my nigga. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, every bar matters. I
You
can't.
got
It's one,
something to say. It ain't that hard.
my nigga. And then the end, we don't want to hear you saying nigga no more. Another hook at the end, like nigga.
I
Dog.
played that and Not Like Us back to back.
I'm gonna this is why I say it's the best. As big as any, this is the biggest beef anybody has ever won against. It's the two biggest. Because when Jay and Nas won that, it was Jay was the nigga, and it was New York. It was really about New York. That was what it was about. Because if you like Nas, you like Jay. But this right here, we just saw that bars killed the pop star. Now I'm not saying he can't come back,
Right.
but I'm saying, what you gonna say when you come
culture
back, my
one,
nigga? Because
yeah.
niggas are gonna be looking at you like, hey, nigga, you can't, you know, Ice Cube had to fight Debo.
Sure did.
Hey, nigga, in the black community, nigga, Ice Cube had to fight Debo, nigga.
You can't
Hey,
run
nigga,
from that.
You can't run from
Can't run
that,
from
nigga.
that.
You can't just come back dropping hits like you didn't just get your ass handed to you by this.
You will not be received the same.
You're not gonna be received the same. So it's kind of like, what do you do?
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, that's why I think it was, because he really took, like that, Not Like Us just was like, cherry
That
on
was a
top,
bop,
bitch.
yeah,
it was like,
that was
bitch, I
like-
can make hits too,
Yeah.
nigga. But I wanted to
I know
really.
he saved that for last.
I needed to dish you though.
Yeah.
I had to think. I hate you, nigga. Hate the way nigga said. We even hate the bitches they fuck with because they make you like nigga.
Now he undressed him. He
Like
undressed
real
him.
women.
Like we like real. Like what? Like dog. Best diss song ever. I can't even believe like. It's gonna take 10 years for everybody to start saying it, but we're never gonna see nothing like that song.
Yeah.
The way he raps, as soon as we done filming, I'm playing that shit. I cannot believe that this nigga.
Hey, cue that up.
Like,
This
cue that
time,
shit the
just
fuck
hit the
up.
play button.
Cue that shit the fuck up.
So when
So
we
give me
ready,
2 more.
Yeah. Who I said?
Kendrick, Wayne.
Lauryn Hill.
Oh, Andre 3000.
And Andre.
Lauren.
Andre 3000. I
Lauren
want to go there.
I play my enemies like a game of chess
Chess.
where I rest. No stress if you don't smoke cess.
That's-
Yes, I must confess my destinies manifest in some
Gore-Tex
Gore-Tex and
and
sweats.
sweats
I make
and
tracks like I'm homeless. Rap orgy before
You sound so
we
good
invest.
rapping it. Don't you sound good rapping it? Like, bro, you have to, like, bro, we have to. It's time, like, come on, like, don't stop. Like, I'm glad you did that. All right, give me Dre. One from Dre.
Andre 3000. That's a hard one too.
I think
it has to be like the international.
I was about to say, I think
Players
International
one for
Players
sure.
Anthem. His verse on that song to me is the most sincere, most gentleman-like
I know
verse.
it. No, my favorite one is
Can't wait.
My Party.
Oh,
Dear
Beyonce.
Donda.
What?
That is my favorite Andre 3000 verse of all time.
My nigga, that shit give me
International
goosebumps
Players number two.
because he's so sincere.
Bro.
Talking about two dead mothers, like what?
No, that's no. He
Life
left
of the
Earth.
party.
He left Earth. No.
So he left
And, like,
Earth.
I would say, on that I tell you is
We
go
in the
listen
back
to
of the church.
go listen to Stankonia
That's crazy.
Gangsta Shit album. Stankonia album is a song called Gangsta Shit. Andre goes last.
No, I heard that.
Outcast with a K and them
Yeah.
niggas is hard.
Yeah.
Harder than a nigga trying to impress God. We'll pull your whole deck, fuck, pull your car, and then take my guitar and take a walk in the park. That nigga went off. Nigga said, play the sweetest melodies the streets ever heard, and the bitches sucking on my nails and eating their birds. Like, this nigga is so
No, he different.
ill, my
He's crazy
nigga.
with it.
By the way, can we
Alien.
bring, I just want that to come back. When the last time we had a profound verse from a new nigga? Like, just a verse that everybody talking about. In the last 10 years, it's a verse everybody like, you got to go hear that nigga, he or hear her. When last Kendrick is the only person that does it. He's the only person that drops something that people be like, nigga, we was at mass shows at dinner. Motherfucker, we had mass shows at dinner in Vegas for lovers and friends. And then nigga, all we at the table and everybody got alert. Kendrick drop. Niggas at the table at mass shows like this. Y'all ain't heard it, yo, you gotta hear, yo. This nigga's like, it's like, bro, like he, to me, he is why I think this is all of the moments that happen that make it
You
your
know how to
time.
move the needle.
Because it's now, we want that.
Yeah.
Now, Drake, you can't come with that God's plan or that, like, when that hotline bling, nigga, that's over. You gonna have to come, you gonna
the
have to,
shit
and I don't know if
that-
he
shit
has
that's
that
happened.
in him, like I feel like a producer can, Kanye can pull it out of him, like give him, he needs like a power.
It's the first time he's been knocked down. So
He
now
needs
we
like
got
a,
to
he needs
see
like
how
a
he
Jay-Z.
responds.
Allow me to
You know what I mean? You
reintroduce
gotta see how he
myself.
responds
My
now.
name is Drake, nigga. He needs some shit like that when niggas are like, yo. But you know, coming, nigga, I said it about it. It's like, yeah, black people kind of thought about that. We kind of thought about that. You do say nigga and you wear a yarmulke, nigga. We a little confused right now, nigga. Which one is it? So I'm a little comfortable when a nigga say nigga now, because I'm like, nigga. Nigga, hey, he said, he say nigga. No. It's like, it's about to be some fun. This is going to be a fun summer. By the way, I'm sorry. You see how I love this shit, by the way. You see how I love this shit, right?
I love
Nah,
that
but we
you
going to
love
make
like
this
this.
shit pop rap. We going to make this shit pop like never before. I promise you. Whatever you need, when you in the studio tomorrow, we going to make this shit and it's going to pop. Because you that motherfucker. And I want you to know that we behind you.
Thank you.
Even the dog, look at her. She getting up.
Yeah.
She rolling
behind you.
now.
The dog's moving when I'm telling you.
Time to wake
I just want to know
up.
that. I just want you to know we got you. And this is the artist spotlight. Let's give it up for Rapsody. We support you.
Thank you.
Me-
always have.
By the way, this is Rock Nation Studios. So if you ever want to just come in this motherfucker, please.
Oh, don't tell me that.
No, it's open 24/7.
Yeah.
Be in
Anytime.
them all.
Let's go. All right. Shout out to our sponsors. Oh yeah, before we do that, I just want to give you. So one of my sponsors is a company called Tote and Carry, and I just kind of wanted to gift you something on the release of your project, if you don't mind. I heard your favorite color was black.
Yes.
Okay, AP. Let me see the This is just something light, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to make sure we gifted you
That
a nice,
ain't light.
beautiful.
That's nice.
I just want to make sure we
What kind
gifted
of
you
leather?
that.
It's Italian leather.
It's Italian leather. It's beautiful.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah. It's a luxury bag coming. They are sponsors, and I wanted to make sure I gifted you a
That's
bag.
the kind of gifts you give.
Yeah. By
Thank
the way, it's gonna be
you.
people that's pissed.
Thank you.
Welcome to the blue couch. Let's go.
Welcome to the blue couch, baby.
Yo, shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to Two Lost for sponsoring this segment. Artist Spotlight. Let's go. Shout out to Tote and Carry. Shout out to Yoko Vodka, and shout out to you for watching. But more importantly, while you're watching, as soon as you're done with this, go stream Rapsody's Please Don't Cry album. Do that
Please.
for me, please, because
Appreciate
it's
that.
really good. And let me give y'all a secret. White people like money. So if white people see real black shit making money,
Yes.
they'll put more money into real black
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
So we have to support the real black shit so we can get the people with the money to put money behind it. That's just a little secret. I hate to have to say it, but it's the truth. This is the God Show. We are out. Let's go.